Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. Welcome to the Monday morning show, the last morning shows for, at least until maybe April when I'm the next time off on my work placement. But yeah, ah, what is there to be said? Arsenal getting beaten, giant killed, giant killed. Again, the second time in 4 years, Nottingham Forest. Do you remember they beat us the last time FA Cup? Yeah, but anyway. So yeah, let's talk about the fallout of the defeat in FA Cup. I think third round, isn't it? But anyway, whatever round it is, we are out of FA Cup action. Could this work into our favour? I just kind of grasp at some kind of positives. Are there any positives after getting knocked out of the FA Cup? But anyway, there's some news in regards to a player made his debut out in Italy under Maureen, and a certain player got getting subbed off and not liking it. Not liking it. I'm just thinking, did I ever get subbed off when I play football? No, because I made it difficult for the manager not to sub me. But anyway, we've got to talk about that. And is there any real improvements? Now that we lost, are people flip-flopping now, thinking now Arsenal are not in a good position? Have Arsenal ever been in a good position? I don't know. But anyway, we're going to talk about all that and other bits and pieces on the other side of this music intro. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Just kind of checking my notes, man. It's a bit of a rush one this morning, man. A late one. God, Alex, sort yourself out, man. Sort it out, Alex. Dearie me. Anyway, guys, yes, welcome to the Monday morning show over here on Cannon Fodder TV. Yes. But anyway, before we get into this one, guys, make sure that you do subscribe. Arteta's in the way, actually. Arteta's in the way. But it does say subscribe. That's what you got to do. Please just subscribe. We're just trying to change the format, the imagery, because unlike Arsenal, Cannon 4 TV has to evolve. Yeah, for capital evolve. But then the main thing is subscribe. That's what you got to do, people. Right, yeah. I tell you what, the first half of the game last night, I didn't see it. Didn't see it. I couldn't see it because I was behind the scenes, my brother. Yeah, trying to sort out the artwork and to make sure everything kind of ran smooth, which is why we were a few minutes, not we, well, I was a few minutes late because I was behind the scenes, like doing the audio and the visionary bits and pieces for my brother. So I heard the audio, I heard, in the other room, what was going on there, and it sounded a bit dour. It sounded like we were chasing shadows. Chasing shadows. That's why I said chasing shadows. And I just don't know what to say in the first half. I don't even have the starting 11. The 11 didn't have Granit Xhaka. Again, there was some news about maybe he's contracted COVID. I'm not sure. Charbitino came in there. Tavares was playing. Bert Leno was playing. There was no Lacazette. Eddie Nketiah started. Ben White started. Saka started. So from what I could see, the 11 that we had should have been enough to get the job done. Should have, would have, could have, doesn't count for anything in football. The main thing is a result. After 90 plus minutes, the whistle's gone. That is what counts. So I saw the second half, and the second half, I was blown away for all the wrong reasons. All the wrong reasons. Because we were chasing shadows. Arsenal looked disjointed. And actually, someone was like, joke, I'm not going to mention the guys about the white kit. There's going to be no takers. No one's going to want to wear the white kit again. But again, it was for a worthy cause. But I think what we'll do, we'll get into the actual news segments and we'll probably take it from there because out, no desire, yeah, no direction, no passion, and no FA Cup action for this season, anyway, at least. So, let me read the first segment. So it's saying here, actually, there's like the Daily Mirror feel to it because two of the four segments have come for and derived from the Daily Mirror. This was a Nottingham Forest defeat showed that three players are not good enough. Who are the three players that they're talking about? We're talking about these three players. I'll get to Suarez in a moment. Nuno Tavares is going to be the hot topic of this show here, and Eddie Nketiah as well. Well, also suffered a humbling defeat at the hands of Nottingham Forest in the third round. I did say the third round of the FA Cup yesterday. Lewis Graben's late goal gave Steve Cooper's side and is a victory at the City Ground. Mikel Arteta was understandably furious with the performance from his side. Arteta almost named a strong side as possible for the match. Ramsdale was rested. Bernardo stepped up in arguably being the Gunners' best player on the day. Tomiyasu missed out through injury, and Eddie Emerson Rowe. And the three players I think they're talking about that are just not good enough. You can see there, Suarez. I'm just yeah. Anyway, Suarez, Tavares, the main man, and Eddie Nketiah. As I understand, Eddie Nketiah missed a sitter. A sitter. I saw the repeats over and over again. The header it looped tamelessly and slowly wide. He should at least got on target. Literally, he should have hit the target. But yeah, I mean, I saw. I think what we'll say is let's isolate this incident here. No, I didn't see this incident. Didn't see it. I kind of heard bits and pieces about, he was being subbed off. I don't even know what minute he got subbed off, but apparently Tavares didn't take too kindly to being subbed off, and I think Mikel Arteta was quite furious. Where do you blame this defeat? Do you blame the players, or you blame Mikel Arteta? The thing is, I did say this on his talk. Is there been any improvement? And boy, has there been a firestorm of people. Again, the Arteta outs have come out from wherever they were hiding. They blame us at the manager's door. But some of them are saying, well, actually, the players just did not show up. They did not show up. But I'm thinking, I don't really like the fact that a player has taken unkindly to the fact that they've been subbed. Does it show passion? Well, you need to leave that passion on the pitch. Show the passion on the pitch. Show it on the pitch, not your disagreement, the fact that you've been subbed off. If you're being subbed off, then maybe you've made it so easy for the manager to take you off. Is that what it was? But in the report, it's saying that these three players are just not good enough for Arsenal. Tavares out of position when Erdogan was hoping he's going to be the guy literally running the channels on the left-hand side. Nketiah, like I said, missing the sitter, the header, just tamelessly going wide. And Cedric Suarez on the right-hand side, the right-back position. But again, what is the end result? The end result is that we got knocked out. We're knocked out. Just not good enough. Really not good enough. Who else did I want to talk about? Actually, go back to the report. And actually, again, this guy is coming for a firestorm, man. Oh my goodness. Ian Wright and Roy Keane slammed Nuno Tavares for disrespectful Arsenal substitution reaction. But if memory serves me well, I mean, these two, I don't think Ian Wright or Roy Keane can actually talk, because they didn't take too kindly to being subbed off and taken off. But anyway, Arsenal defender Nuno Tavares left club Ian Wright deeply unimpressed with his reaction being substituted during the first half of yesterday's defeat. Mikel Arteta hooked the left back after half an hour into the 1-0 defeat. Tavares responded by taking off his gloves and flinging them across the pitch. The manager later refused to publicly criticise the player. This disrespect he is showing at the minute is something Mikel Arteta won't like. He shouldn't be acting like that with the performance he put in. Wright told ITV. He started very poorly with this back pass. With that one that took the reaction. He's coming off. He's throwing his glove down. I think this is wrong. The manager to do with it's well anyway. But like I said, I'm sure that they themselves they didn't take too kindly when they were subbed off for Man United and Arsenal respectively. But it is what it is. Yeah, we are out. of the FA Cup. And like I said, I've said many a times, you know, one day, a few days, a week, a season is, well, actually, one day is long, long in footballing terms. You're only as good as your last match. Only as good as your last match. You know, we put in a really good performance. Listen, I understand there's certain players missing through the, AFCON. You know, and any would Pepe have featured? I think Nico Pepe would have featured. Now he's become very much now a fringe player. But I'm thinking, come on, guys, there was enough in the bank. There was enough in the bank to get the job done. It wasn't good enough. I just saw it disjointed. I just saw it a fractured. They looked fractured. There wasn't like cohesion. And there's Charlie Pitino wondering what is going on. What is going on? I mean, again, with Granit Xhaka, I don't know whether it's to do with an injury that's picked up, or maybe what I'm hearing, it could be COVID. So I expect Charlie Pitino to be featuring a little bit more than he probably would have thought of. But he's got to grasp those opportunities there, because I saw a teenager just kind of out of his depth, looked out of his depth. He's not ready. He's not ready. I'm talking about midfielders. It's going to take me to the next segment now, isn't it? Oh, dearie me. Where are we? Where are we on this one? Yeah, Football Italia. Remember Football Italia? Well, anyway. AZ Metanars didn't have the best of debuts for AS Roma. Apparently, I think he was one amongst the worst players in Galileo Rossi's defeat. 3-4 loss. Yeah, but Italian sport papers also criticised Roger Ibanez and Mourinho. Roma were leading 3-1 with 20 minutes to go, but somehow managed to lose the game, conceding 3 goals in just 7 minutes, with Lorenzo Pellegrini fluffing a late penalty kick. So Jose Mourinho had highlighted Roma's mentality issues after the match, but Italian sports papers pointed at the special one. It's supposed to solve Roma's woes. So yeah, I think, you know, we won't blame AZ Metanars. He's one of ours still, because he's out on loan. He's out on loan. Was there anything else? I just wanted to again highlight. Remember that the players were playing in the white kits, to highlight the incredible levels of violence in the capital. No more reds. No more reds. And it's a shame that Arsenal couldn't show up and beat Nottingham Forest. It's a shame. It's a shame. But they go onwards. I think they're going to be facing, is it Leicester City, I believe, if memory serves me right. I believe it is Leicester City. Sorry, I just need to remove, again, this person's just showing up in the live chat. So I need to remove this person. So spare me a second. All right. Okay. Yeah. All right. So that is it there. I didn't even bother to do man of the match. I mean, because we lost, didn't we? And it was a terrible performance. And it's funny, isn't it? Improvement. Where's the improvement when you see Arsenal play so well against the Premier League winners, Man City, and then just so chalk and cheese, so different. There is no middle ground with Arsenal. There's no middle ground. So we're going to be talking about it, you know, on the Cannon Project later on this evening with Eltel, the Godfather himself, and of course Richard II. I don't know. I don't know what to say, man. It's just that it's been a bit weird. A bit weird watching the performance. I'm thinking, is this Arsenal? Is this Arsenal playing in the white strip? Is this really Arsenal? Not good enough. Really, really not good enough. So we did a poll, and the poll was nothing to do with the man of the match. It was actually to do with where should Arsenal be focusing their energies now? Where? Tell me. God, yeah. And the options were either top 4 or try and win the Carabao Cup. The League Cup, we haven't won the Cup in more than 25, 26 years. So let's have a look at the stats, where they stand as of now. So yeah, where do Arsenal, or should Arsenal concentrate their efforts now? Choose anyone. So it's just 2 options: secure top 4 or win the Carabao Cup. So out of 471 votes, there's been 6 comments. I think the comments are more to do with the performance last night, not with the vote. There's 14 likes. We got more likes, I think, on the vote than we do on the live show. But anyway, So 9% of you believe that Arsenal should concentrate their efforts now on winning the Carabao Cup. Only 9%. And 91% of you believe that we should secure our efforts on securing top four. I'm just thinking, I know, I'm going to respect your opinion, but I'm thinking this squad ain't nowhere ready to compete in the Champions League. And I'll stick to my guns and say that come the end of the season, that Arsenal will be closer to finishing in 8th place. That's the way that I see it. All right, so that has been the news of today from Canon 4 TV's perspective. I think, shall we go into the live chat? I think we'll go into live chat. Yeah, let's go to a live chat. And Scott Kirk says, Lokonga. I think that's possibly the other player that the Daily Mirror were also wanted to mention, that maybe this player is just not good enough. Yeah, Sambi Lokonga trying to flick the ball through, and then that's how that kind of got the momentum running, and then they scored at the other end. Oops, my light feature, I think, is about to snap, crackle, and pop. So guys, just bear with me 1 second whilst I put this imagery up again. Tavares at the center of being substituted. The reaction literally was not good. Wasn't good. You want players to be professional, whether they've been subbed off or not. But apparently he didn't take too kindly to being subbed off. So sorry guys, I'm just fixing my light source because I think it's about to come off and off. But we're back now. We're back. Right, the other comment we see in the live chat. Actually, I want to say a big thank you to everyone who tuned in for my brother's watch along. Again, it wasn't the result that we wanted, but to the moderators, I think it was Ashidi and somebody else, I can't remember, but everyone tuned in who's still watching now. No, not watching now, it's just on the repeat. Thank you for tuning in for that. And my brother as well. My brother's doing sterling work on the watch alongs. I mean, I did say I wasn't going to do it. The second half, I thought, I need to just kind of see what's going on. And I made a mistake. I should have stayed off the watch along. I had no business being on the watch along. That's my brother's segment there. All right, we've got Andrew. Good morning, Andrew, who says, morning, guys. Arsenal needs reinforcement in the midfield. Dennis Akaria, Bruno Guimaraes. Again, yeah, it's your opinion, but I want Arsenal to go for Nuno. Oh, my goodness. Ruben Neves. Nuno? Yeah, Ruben Neves. I want Arsenal to go in, but I know Arsenal, Man United are trying to sound at Man United. Man United are trying to sound like Ruben Neves. It's too early in the morning for me, man. But yeah, Dennis Zakaria, we featured him quite a number of times during 2020. Quite a few videos. So if you want to know my opinion about him, look on the platform, Canal4 TV, and you'll see the transfer window there and all the players that we featured there. Bruno Guimaraes is just the flavour of the month, isn't he? Flavour of the month, because wasn't like the other player, played for Lyon, Fosamoa. Flavour of the month, isn't it? But anyway. Cedric should go. He offers nothing going forward. I've been honest. Who would take Eddie in the Premier League? And the Congo needs to go to the Championship on loan to toughen up. Too easy to get the ball off. He is, isn't he? The only thing I saw, literally, that one mistake, and unfortunately, that mistake led. Was it a mistake? Wasn't it not handball? Was it not handball? Morning, John. Morning, John. John Guna says a highlight. The laundry lady gets man of the match. We were too afraid to play them kids. Oh dear. I'm saying nothing. I'm saying nothing. Patino is not ready to play a game like this, and no disrespect to him. And with Lokonga, it was a disaster waiting to happen. I would have played Callum Chambers as CDM like he did Fulham, because he was actually Fulham was my second favorite team, because he was their man of the season, wasn't he, when he played for Fulham? Dearie me. And from what I could see, actually, on the subs bench, there was slim pickings, man. I couldn't. There's only one or two players. I mean, Lacazette was on the subs bench. Why didn't you play Lacazette? Lacazette should have. Well, right, it's done now, isn't it? Bruno. Willie boys, Willie, how's it going, my friend? I hope you're keeping well. It's just a morning, Alex. Heard people say this was like the Brentford game. Well, I think it was worse than that. And no player turned up. We are out. So we move on to the next game. Unfortunately, thankfully for me, I didn't see the entirety of the game. I didn't even see any of the first half. I was listening just audio, bits and pieces, because I was behind the scenes trying to sort out the graphics for my brother. So I didn't see the first half. But did say it was like worse than the Brentford game. Oh my goodness. I mean, the second half literally was enough for me. It was enough for me. But yeah, we go onwards. We go onwards. There's no getting away from the fact that for me personally, I don't see any real improvement. And again, I understand the elements, the fact that we didn't have Thomas Partey controlling the midfield. We didn't have, out. But look, you look at the squads. Surely there was enough players. I mean, we had Odegaard in the midfield. Is my light going to? Is it going to come down? I hope my light's going to come down. But wasn't there enough? Excuse me. The first 11 to beat Nottingham Forest. Wasn't there enough? But this is what happens when you've got a championship team who are ninth, who are more prepared, hungrier than a Premier League squad. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. Is it Arteta's fault? Is it the players' fault? The fact of the matter is, we're no longer in FA Cup action. We're out. We're out. Morning Static, I believe my one and only moderator for the morning show. Perhaps time is up for Arteta. But like I said, Static, what about the players? The players need to turn up. They need to turn up. Scott Kirkin, I remember Callum Chambers at CDM at Fulham as the season they got relegated. Yeah, Clucking Bell, good morning. So, who is to blame for this result? My light source is going to crumble, guys. You got to bear me a second. So let me put up Mikel Arteta's face up because you guys seem to want to talk about Mikel Arteta. Again, do you blame Mikel Arteta or do you blame the players for the results? Not a good result. And you've got to say for Nottingham Forest, I think they deserved it. They were more hungrier, they were more cohesive, everything that Arsenal were not. Not good enough. Not good enough. And then you look at the reaction from Tavares to being subbed off. There's a reason why the manager was subbed off, or maybe for two reasons. Either A, you're probably injured, you've got an injury, the formation is not working, or you're not playing well enough. You're not playing well enough. So, dearie me. What was he laughing at? Alex, that performance was beyond disgraceful. We got what we deserved. Leno was fantastic. The only player that actually cared and showed interest to want to do well in the FA Cup. Well, I understand it from his perspective because that's the only way he's going to get any action. He's our number 2 goalkeeper. But I mean, do I have the starting 11 here? Just give me a second. Let's have a look at the starting 11 if I can find it anywhere. I won't look on the device. I mean, surely the 11 wasn't the 11 good enough to get the business done? Let's have a look here. Unfortunately, I don't have the graphics. Don't have the graphics. So I'm looking at the 11 here. Oh. Right, the lineup. So this was our 11. Okay, starters before any substitutions were made. So we had Bert Leno in goal. It looked like a back four to me. Tavares left back, Cedric right back. The CBs were Rob Holding and Ben White. So 4-2. Tried to Pino. What's going on? Patino, Laconga, and then it was a 3 in front of them. Martinelli, Odegaard in the number 10, and Bukayo Saka, and then Eddie Nketiah as a lone striker. So isn't that good enough? Wasn't that good enough? Yeah, it was a 4-2-3-1 formation. And then on the subs bench, for me, it was all right. So a Kieran Tierney, Lacazette, who should have been starting for me, Callum Chambers, Pablo Mari, and there's one player I forgot to talk about. I'm not going to mention him just yet. Aaron Ramsdale, rightly not played. Amika Miles, Bereth. We had Salah Aloud, and then Amali Hutchinson. And for me, the substitution I think maybe with like 3 minutes to go, Saeed Kolasinac. Now you needed a goal. You need a goal to equalise at least, and you bring on Saeed Kolasinac. Well done, Nottingham Forest, Arsenal. Hang your heads in shame. I think, do I have any mates who are Nottingham Forest? No, I don't. Saka needs a rest. He does. Needs a rest. I know. To me, it seems like they were targeting him again with a little protection from the referee. At least it was not Cambridge, though. Oh, I tell you what, Newcastle, man, they got a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. Blame the coaching and the preparation. If a new coach is appointed, are we going to replace the squad as well? Why would you think you are superior to another team? That's Quarter Chin says that. So guys, just wait a second. I need to have this app running parallel, if it's possible. Sorry about this, people. Okay, lack of preparation, Alex. Sort yourself out. Oh my goodness. Right, there we go. There we go. Okay, now we can run that. I need to have this app running so I can see if there's anyone being seen in live chat and my moderators have not picked it up. Okay, there we go. All right. We had limited options in the middle. Ismail should not have left to go to Roma until we had enough cover. But I even went further than that. I've questioned the administration of Arsenal with the recruitment. Literally African Cup of Nations and all nations or parts of the continents. They have their own competition. So at some stage, South America, Central South America are going to have their own competition, and then now it's the African nation now are going to have they've got their own competition. So with your recruitment, you've got to have that in mind. Squad depth, quality of squad depth is going to come at some stage. So there's no surprise, we've lost El Neni, because El Neni would have featured, Nicolas Pepe would have featured. Silly, it's silly, isn't it? And that's even worse still, John. Not one shot on target in the FA Cup game. Not one shot. Conley 100 is to blame just for sending Ismail on loan. Agree Leno was good, said Scott. Oops, what's happened? As remember what is it said about buying championship players? Bang on. Very, very hungry. Very hungry. And So then what does it say about our players, John? What does it say about our players? We did not play, we played very, very well. The best against Man City. We missed a step because we got the game postponed and the My Light source is going to go off the wall again. Can you hang in there? So you would have thought the players would have been hungry to get back in action and show, actually, you know what? This is what we can do. This is what we would have done against Liverpool. But then they didn't turn up. The players didn't turn up. Guys, again, I've got bear me a second because it looks like my light source is going to fall off the wall there. But surely the players should have turned up. They should have turned up. There it is. Sorry about this, people. There we go. There's secure. Again, so like what the point I'm trying to make is that you would expect the players to have been hungry to come out and play because we didn't play against Liverpool. That game got postponed, remember? So players should have turned up for the game yesterday. But Isaac was right, John. You know, with the championship players, they are the physicality, they're more physical because it's a tough league. All the teams are fighting to get into the Premier League. You know, when it comes to the playoffs, you know, that I don't know, man. I don't know. So surely the players should have turned up. The manager can only do so much. But I did laugh when he brought on Kolasinac. I'm thinking we've got a few minutes to go before the fourth official comes up with injury time, and you're bringing on Kolasinac. Yeah, pushing the defender on at the end was weird. Weird. So weird. I would have probably used another adjective to describe that substitution there. Good defeat. Why was it a good defeat, Foxy? Why was it a good defeat? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Dead Spence for Forest at right back will be a player Arsenal should keep track of. I don't know. I need to look at the 11 again, man. Not the 11. Let me look at the bench, the subs bench. Kieran Tierney, Lacazette, Chambers, Pablo Mari, Sai Kolasinac. Ramsdale, I wouldn't put Ramsdale on. I mean, he's been doing wonders in the Premier League for us. Omari Hutchinson, Salah, Olads, and Mika Miles. I mean, surely there was enough there, but I couldn't understand why he did not play Lacazette. Oh my days, man. So, why are you saying it was a good defeat? Can you come back in and explain to why you think it was a good defeat, please? Lacazette should have started for his leadership. Exactly. And that's one thing from a couple of other different perspectives. FA Cup, treat it serious. Treat it with the seriousness that it deserves. That's one thing. The other thing is that you want players to be fit. The next element is play. Oh my goodness. I mean, I don't know how much more I can say about this. I just didn't like the fact that it appears as though Arteta didn't treat it with the respect that it deserved. Players who wanted to play and should have played in the postponed game. So you want that continuity, the consistency. Now with defeat, the players will probably most likely have lost a little bit of confidence. We're out of the cup. So I'm going to ask a question again. Is there real improvement? Is there real improvement? Well, this maybe shows just how important Laka is for the young lads. He's very, very important. You play him until he leaves. And then he comes on in the 62nd minute? Should have started. He did the same thing last season against Southampton. Good morning, Alex. Let's hope that we haven't got 2 more defeats coming, as this will undo all the progress we've made. Progress? What progress? What? Because we're in top 4. We're top 4. And let me just quickly just repeat the poll that we have, the latest poll that we've put out on the platform. So I'm just refreshing the page here. Just refreshing the page. What, the latest poll? Where do Arsenal concentrate their efforts now, going forward, of course? Now, out of 481 votes, 6 comments, guys, and 14 likes. Keep it up. It's just a straight 2 options. Should we concentrate now our efforts on securing top 4 or winning the Carabao Cup? The Carabao Cup, the League Cup. We haven't won that in 26, 27 years now and counting. So still, the figures haven't changed, although the numbers of votes. 9% of you believe that we should concentrate our efforts on winning the Carabao Cup, the League Cup. I haven't won in 26, 27 years. And 91% of you believe that we should try and secure top 4. I tell you what, this squad as of now is not good enough to compete in the Champions League. Unless we have some serious signings, as well as getting rid of the deadwood, we're not going anywhere in the Champions League with this squad. Anywhere. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Wilma Hooper, good morning. Morning, Alex. We are the most successful club in this competition. And the way those French players performed last night, you let the badge down. Be ashamed of yourselves. Squad overhaul still needed. And that's what I'm saying. You know, if the figures, well, of course, the figures are right of this moment in time. 91% of the followers and subscribers on all platforms on Canal 4 TV believe that we should try and secure top 4. With that comes Champions League football. The squad needs a serious overhaul. Serious overhaul between this transfer window and the end of the season. We need a serious overhaul of this squad here. Because you can't tell me that this squad is good enough to perform well in the Champions League. Much less going against Nottingham Forest. And this is no disrespect to Nottingham Forest. Ninth in the Championship. We're just not good enough, man. Not good enough. John, I'm sorry, mate. So I know you said that you can see some green shoots of improvement, but there's no sustained improvement. We're so chalk and cheese. We're so schizophrenic. You know, good one match, terrible the next. And I'm not buying the fact that, oh, well, we've lost players to the African Cup of Nations. There should have been still enough good quality to get this job done. To be fair to Kolasinac, I'd have him next to me if I was getting. I was getting. Actually, we should be grateful Liverpool game was cancelled, and that's what comes to mind, John. Thank goodness that game was cancelled. Thank goodness. And so we got to think. I would say concerted. We've got to think deeply. Do we really want Champions League with this current squad? Really? And let's progress. What I'm having problems with is this attitude in interviews. The thing is, well, I didn't even want to watch the the interview. I thought, you know what, my brother did a watch along. I did some bits and pieces to prepare myself for the morning show. I just spent some time, you know, sitting on the sofa with my wife, and that was it. I wasn't interested in watching any post-game interview. Whoops, what's going on here? Ah, it's stuck. I will play the tank Kolasinac over Nuno. Not for me, man. I think Kolasinac, his days are done. Done. You got to think he's almost 30, I think. Whereas Nuno Tavares, he needs these experiences for him to learn. They're two ends, spectrum of their careers. Tavares needs these experiences to learn. He's got to learn. If you don't play him, how is he going to learn? I know he's looking at me, but he's got to learn from these experiences. But Kolasinac has had those opportunities. Eddie needs to understand every chance he gets to make it count. Actually, I said the same thing as well. I said it, that for every opportunity, because I've been trying to fight for this guy's cause, every opportunity, you've got to make it count. And, you know, by and by, I didn't see the first half, so I don't know how he played out in the first half, much less the second half. I only saw a snapshot of the header that got played over and over again on Twitter. From that angle there, he should have hit the target. And there was a part where he took a shot from an acute angle with his left foot. And I can't remember who was in the middle of the park. I think it was Erdegaard. I was thinking, man, put your head up. There was a guy in the middle of the park that you could have squared the ball to, and he probably would have had an easy tap in. So the main point you're trying to make there, Karam, is for every opportunity that he is given, make the most of it. But then again, you've got to think the guy's most likely going to be leaving Arsenal anyway, because he's turned down 2 contract offers, 2 contract extension offers. Oh, no doubt, man, no doubt. I remember him saying that, you know what, why are you going to kick the ball in the sky? You know, if the sport was that way, then football pitches would have been in the sky. Play the ball on the ground. But I'm sure he must be very, very proud of yeah. Eddie's not good enough for the Premier League. We're not ready for Champions League. Yes, they proved that. I said that, didn't I? I said it. And it's not, for me, it's not hindsight. It's a wonderful thing. I've been saying it for the longest time. I've said it. An unpopular opinion from me, another season without European football, I think will hold Arsenal in good stead. We don't need that distraction there. Let the players grow up together, play together, be understanding of the system, whatever the system is, and then we can make a charge of, again, don't try and run before you can walk. What is the next step? Personally, I would like Arsenal goes in the European Cup, win that, and then we go in the Champions League with a pedigree. Because whoever wins the Europa Cup, by default, gets into the Champions League. I think for me, that's the best way that Arsenal can make a chance to get into the Champions League. Again, don't run before you can walk. Another season without European football, I think will be good for Arsenal. It will be good. Now, we might think about, oh, so if we are out of Europe again, are we going to be able to attract, serious, players, good quality players? Possibly not. But the one thing we've got to focus on is ourselves. Having a good core group of players. Would Saka and also Rob be thinking about, another season out of Europe? Well, mate, you know what? Concentrate on winning a cup. Concentrate on winning the Premier League. That's within our control. With that brings Champions League. With that brings European football. So I might be controversial in saying this, but this is the way I would ideally things to be panned out for Arsenal. Again, another season out of European football because we're not ready. Let the players be accustomed to playing together, growing together, maturing together. And then the following season, Europa football. Win the Europa League. By that default, we get into the Champions League. We go in the Champions League with some pedigree. Controversial? Not for me. Realistically, we have 14 players. We have as much as that, Scott. Man, I'm thinking about single figures, man. Single figures. The thing is, Eddie has had chances. He behaves like the press shouldn't ask him anything. He's a coach like a McLaren, a Kidd, and a Taylor. The transfer into a manager he doesn't have. Carry a horse to the water, to the well. You can't force it to drink. The assembled man. Where are we heading to? Where are we heading to? Have we made any real progress? I'm going to be asking the lads about this. The Godfather and Richard II. I'm going to be asking them hard questions come the Cannon Project, 5:30 p.m. UK time. Eddie isn't what we need, says Lion. Lion's Child Music. Hey, brother, man, where you been, man? It's been more than a year, I think. Anyway, welcome back, my brother. And Sammy needs to hit at the gym. He gets dragged, ragged too often. He's not happy about yesterday. But the same could be said about Charlie Patino, isn't it? And Martin Odegaard. These players, they're slight in their build. They get with Lokonga, Samuel Lokonga. I've noticed on a few occasions that he hangs onto the ball too long, gets dispossessed too easily. So that's nothing new. Nothing new. Needs to build up himself, his physique. Odegaard, likewise. Patino, likewise. Eddie, again, I think what's getting played out here is that most likely he's going to leave anyway. Turned down 2 contract extensions. So should we be playing a player who has turned down 2 contract extensions? That is one element. The other element is, when he's been given game time, is he really thinking about, oh, I'll give the most I can. I'll give maximum as possible, even though I know I'm going to be leaving. So ask the question, should we be playing a player who has turned down 2 contract offers? Go figure, man. Go figure. Eddie's body language was just off. Eyes on the exit. Seriously, do you think Arsenal are holding players against their will? The players' attitude is extremely disrespectful to the club. Whoops. Come on. My honest opinion is Arteta thought he could treat the game like a training session, and he came unstuck. He sacrificed the FA Cup for the Carabao and European football. That's the impression I get. Disrespected the FA Cup, man. Disrespectful. I mean, you got, with knowing how our fan base is, so emotional, still fractured. You want to try and do everything possible to try and keep the fans on your side and treat the FA Cup with the respect that it deserves. It deserves to be respected. And so you know the elements, the players who have gone out on the African Cup of Nations, still put out your strongest team possible. The strongest team possible. So Lacazette should have been started yesterday. Should have started. You know you're short in the midfield. Callum Chambers could have done a good job in the midfield. For Patino, I think probably wasn't the game for him. Wasn't the game for him. But honestly, I think Arsenal's arrogance was our undoing partly yesterday. Players' body language was like, we all have to do this, just show up and win. John, I'd say you're giving him too much credit if he thought about that. Interpreted those thoughts into the performance. We are in a serious problems. Wow, it's funny, isn't it? Let me remove this. What's going on with block on YouTube, and then blocked. Okay, good. Got rid of that there. And I forgot what I was going to say now. Yes, about how one moment after one game we can think that Arsenal are back. There is progress, and then the next minute we lose, and then there's calls for Arteta out again. Again, there's neither rhyme or reason with Arsenal. There's no middle ground. There's no middle ground. No, we didn't. We didn't miss Granit Xhaka. I'm sorry. No. I respect your opinion, Scott, but we didn't miss Granit Xhaka. No, no. Have we finished? No, we've been going 10 minutes short of an hour. I just need to double check that we are streaming live to our Twitter account and of course to Facebook. There's no way I can check on Facebook, but we are streaming live and direct to our Twitter peeps, our Twitter people. So let me just double check and okay, there we go. There we go. Just to doubly make sure that we are streaming there. I've lost my. Okay, yeah, sorry. Lions Child says, "Bro, I've been busy trying to circumvigate COVID. I work at a hospital. Oh my god. Okay. You know what? Much respect to you guys, man, who work in the hospitals, being the backbone of getting the country through. Not the government, not the government. The NHS and nurses. And it's funny, you know. I had my birthday party. If only you could see all the cards and the gifts I've got for my. I almost said my age. I almost said my. I'm going to say my age. Oh, I said my age. 25. I'm 25. Age 25. All those gifts and presents, and we had a little party. And my daughter, who works in a pharmacy, she said to me, "Dad, you know what? I want to be a nurse now." I said, "You sure? If that's what you want to be, you know, you'll change your career, then so be it." But the nurses, you know, the key workers. I mean, I'm classified as a key worker. When the COVID first, you know, hit the shores, January and February, my school closed down. During the half-term breaks, I work as a support worker. But yeah, you know what? You know, much respect to you people who work in the hospitals, man. My wife works as a support worker as well, working with adults with vulnerable adults with a serious, you know, like I say, needs. But yeah, much respect to you, man. Much respect to you. After all my knowledge of Arsenal for nearly 40 years, I'd say the problem is picking the team and tactics. But picking the team, but really, I mean, assemble. I know, I'm probably going a little bit further, but who would you have chosen? What would have been your 11 for the game against Nottingham Forest? I mean, I'm looking at again on the subs bench. We had Tierney, Lacazette, Chambers, Marty, Kolasinac, Ramsdale, who form part of the first senior squad. And then on the pitch, we had Leno, Tavares, Holding, Ben White, Cedric Suarez, Lokonga, Patino, Martinelli, Erdegaard, Bukayo Saka, Nketiah. So surely we could have picked, I mean, because that 11 there that started wasn't the strongest 11. It's not the strongest 11. So you should have treated the FA Cup with the respect that it deserved. Surely. How do you know I'm 55? Who told you I'm 55, man? How do you know I'm 55? Right, guys. I think we'll probably finish. I know we're still a few minutes short. I'd like to go and take it to an hour. John, I hope so, man. I hope so. God, my goodness. Dear. Like I said, you know, knowing that the players would have been eager to have played against, wouldn't they have been eager to play against Liverpool? I hope so. So they missed that game there, and then the next game was, of course, to be in the FA Cup. The players should have been hungry, and they weren't. They kind of went missing. All right, so let me just keep this up here. That's my point of reference, and then let me just quickly go for the last time into the poll. So now we are out. We're out. Repeat of FA Cup. Where should Arsenal now be concentrating their efforts? Where? Ask the question. There couldn't be no man of the match because we played terrible. So where should Arsenal concentrate their efforts now? Two options: secure top four, or win the Carabao Cup, the League Cup. We've not won that for over a quarter of a century now. 489 votes, 6 comments, and 15 likes. Thank you for that, people. Still, 9% of you believe that Arsenal should concentrate their efforts now on winning the Carabao Cup. And 91%, I repeat, 91% believe that Arsenal should concentrate on securing top four. Again, I'm going to say, from my opinion, top four comes Champions League. This squad is no way ready to be playing in the Champions League. I'd far rather us just go through the gears. What are the gears, Alex? Again, no European football next season. Let the players still become accustomed to playing together. Maybe bring in or buy one or two players, but definitely get rid of a lot of the players, because there's still a lot of players who are not going to take us to the next level. In actual fact, players who probably want to leave Arsenal now. I'm not going to mention the players. You know the players who I want Arsenal to get rid of. So we still got to do that. Then play in the Europa League, win the Europa League, and by default, we get into the Champions League. So we go in the Champions League with some pedigree. Yes, some respect. Going to top four, having a dismal season, still not upgraded the squads. That's a cocktail for disaster. A cocktail for disaster. I'm sorry. All right. Okay. Last time into the live chat. So coming, guys, with your comments before I wrap up this one. The FA Cup is an unpredictable game. We needed more experienced players to guide the youngsters through. Upsets can happen, but accidents can be prevented with the right precautions. Yeah, of course. Top four, says Scott. But Scott, let me ask you a question. This current squad, are they good enough to play in the Champions League? Are they good enough to play in the Champions League? He could more creative by playing Tierney at left back and Nunes at left wing, and play Martinelli at centre forwards. Or better still, should have started Lacazette. Lacazette should have started. So I want Scott to come back to me, please, because I know you said that Arsenal need to concentrate their efforts now on securing top four. But I'm going to ask the question: this squad currently the squad, are they prepared to be playing in the Champions League? Probably not, but we need it to secure some quality. You mean to attract quality? And of course, with the Champions League, you get a humongous amount of money. But the way I've been seeing Arsenal over the last 10, 15 years, with the money that it's generated, we've been out of Champions League for the last 4 years now, 4 seasons. We're not good at utilising the money. We're not good. Otherwise, we would have probably won the Premier League at some stage. We're not. We're quite a way off. No, we're ready for top four. The writing is on the wall. Right on the wall. All right, and Scott is just saying yes. All right, people. So I believe we have come to an end on this Monday morning show. We're not ready for Champions League, not with the manager that we have for sure. Lions Child Music is saying, and I'm saying that we've come to an end on this Monday morning show over here. I've got some bits and pieces to be done. I've been quite lazy today. Sorry, guys. Top four has to be our priority. Carabao Cup is a bonus. So John's basically saying literally both, not either or. John's saying both. Cool life, mate. Thank you for that, Scott. Hope you've subscribed to Canon 4 TV. Because if you don't, you're going to miss out. We don't want you to miss out. We want you to be part of the community over here at Cannon Fodder TV. I am going to be back live later on this evening, 5:30 p.m. for the Cannon Project. I'm going to be joined by the Godfather himself, El Tel, and of course by Richard II. And I'm going to be drilling them. Is there any real progress? Is there real progress? Arsenal, like, like so schizophrenic, good the next, terrible the following game. There is no middle ground with this counting squad. The squad needs upgrading, but we still need to get rid of some players. That's right, I said it. I said it. But anyway, guys, thank you for joining me on this one. Didn't like it, innit, to be subbed off, man. And either this guy didn't like it. Further still, the reaction from Nuno Tavares. But anyway, he's going to be remaining with us for a few seasons yet. We can't sell him, can we? Can we sell him? I don't think we can. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining me. So I'll be back later on this evening, 5:30 p.m. kickoff time for the Cannon Project. I'm going to be joined by my two guests, and make sure you pile in again with your questions and your comments and your thoughts in a live chat. And I just got a message there from my sister there. Sis, you're going to be seeing me in a little while. I'm going to need to kind of shave and have a shower. Another shower. No, another shower. I haven't had a shower yet. A bit of a slow start this morning, man. I'm kind of wrapping myself up for to do the morning show. It's going to be the last show for until April, because tomorrow I'm back in the rat race, in my work placement. But I will be going live, let's say early afternoon, around maybe 1:30, 2 o'clock, and then we'll have an evening show. And of course, we're going to have him transfer news, pre-recorded videos. I think there's a pre-recorded video coming up in an hour and a half's time. Yeah, speculation season. I don't call it transfer season. I call it speculation season. So look out for that, people. Wonderful stuff. So until then, quick reminder that you have been listening to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans.